A lot of attention for being a real eyesore. Good evening, I'm Yanji Denise.
And I'm Kenny Choi in for Paula Akana tonight. The man who says that he's managing that land says he's not going anywhere. Laura Yamada's back from the North Shore with an update on this Kitv4 exclusive. Laura?
Yeah, guys, we met the man who calls himself Santa first in April. This after numerous complaints to city and state officials that the very visible land he's living on is gunked up with junk. But Santa says officials have got it all wrong.
I'm a pilot. I overflew the area, and there's boats, cars, vans, engine blocks, loads of tires, all kinds of junk back there.
That was North Shore resident David Truitt in April, talking about a scenic stretch of Kaupunaho Road outside Waialua. 3 months later,
it's spread. Yeah, it's not thicker here, but it's all the way down. It's at least a quarter mile long now.
Is it going to stay like this?
What concern is it of yours? It's mine.
Well, not quite. That's David Cromer, who calls himself Santa. He's leasing the land, the city says legally, from a mainland owner. He says this is a state-of-the-art 21st century farm in the making. He's told KITV it'll produce food up to 32 times faster than the average farm. Officials not buying it.
That's being used as a garbage dump. We're going to have none of that. You know, it's trash. It needs to be cleaned up, and we'll take the proper legal and procedural measures to ensure that that happens.
After several warnings, the city began issuing fines to the owner a week ago, $1,000 a day. Jellicombe says if nothing's cleaned up, they'll eventually put a lien on the property, aiming to foreclose.
And I've challenged them judicially. Prove it.
Cromer says he's not going anywhere. He says under the Constitution, the city and the state have no jurisdiction here, quoting 18th century doctrines, challenging current authority, deeming it fiction.
If I want to line toilets up here and plant begonias in them and it makes me happy, then I have an absolute right to that.
City officials say this is agricultural land, no place for sheet metal, derelict vehicles, and large drums that they worry could contain hazardous materials. They've yet to gain access to the property, but plan to. Still, to the angst of authorities and his neighbors, Cromer is standing his ground, promising to take up any challenge on this land or in court.
I'm just putting my foot down. I'm done.
He needs to follow the rules like the rest of us. Without that, we have chaos.
In April, the landowners took Cromer to court to try to repossess the land, but for some reason that claim was dismissed. Department of Health has had trouble getting onto the property, too. It says the owner received its notice of violation last Monday. With no response in 10 days, the DOH will issue a $500 fine on top of the city's fines. Cromer says if he has to, he will fight this all the way to the Supreme Court. Back to you.
Looks like we have a long ways to go. Laura, thank you.